You're listening to The Real Short Box, a comic book podcast made for geeks by geeks.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all of you in the 24 time zones. Welcome to The Real Short Box.
The Real Short Box.
Audio. And let me quickly introduce you, Mike.
Audio now.
Yes.
I thought we were doing a video.
No, we're doing audio this time.
You made me dress up.
Yes, that's true. But this is fun.
Never wearing this thong again.
Let's hear from our co-hosts and co-conspirators. First, let me go to a man who is a handyman. He is known as Evan. How you doing, Evan, tonight?
Capable, let's be honest.
And then we go to a man who dropped bars like no other. A man who is a urban lyricist and poet. He is Big Sal. How are you, sir?
Swell.
You swollen, sir?
Yeah, my balls are swollen.
Whoa, come on, brother.
Oh.
Hold on a second. This is a PG-13
Kevin,
show.
Kevin. Can you take your hands off his balls?
I'm not doing that. Stop that. Stop that. It's
Whoa,
PG-13. PG-13.
That's not Kevin, that's Evan.
Yes, it is
the
Evan.
Golden hands.
And then we have a man, a family man, a man who's been married for many, many years, happily married with children and grandchildren. He is simply known as Showtime. How are you, sir?
What's up?
And then we go to a man,
Are we still going to men? Can we just start the podcast?
the final man,
Good Lord and gravy. Let's get
a
this
top
moving,
10
son.
most desirable man in California known as the original Donald. How are you, sir?
I'm peachy.
That's good.
Yeah.
And of course, I am your supreme chancellor, Brother Kevin.
We're going to talk about unknown superheroes,
Unknown superheroes.
I'm just going to move this along. Unknown comic book characters. So, let's get started with this. I have quite the list, but I'm going to ask you, Kevin, since you like to do the Yippity app. I'm gonna have you start this out. What's one of those unknown comic book characters that you know and love that maybe people out here in podcast land do not?
It is a
Better not be
character.
Phantom X, I'll tell you that much.
Why
We've
not?
talked about that 35
We did?
times already.
We did?
Is that who you're going to talk about? Are you serious?
Okay. I'll find
All
someone
right,
else.
no. Go quickly with Phantom X. Just make it short.
Okay, Phantom X is a mutant that's been around for probably no more than 20 years. He's a really cool character.
In the comic book world or in real life?
In a comic book world.
Okay.
Yes, he's in the X-Men world. He was in this comic book that I first got introduced to him called Uncanny X-Force.
Mhm.
Really cool, hypnotic illusions. He has like an external nervous system that's like a flying ship.
That's stupid as hell.
No, it's not.
Like, you just hit the ship and then he's like, oh, I can't
Not
move."
exactly.
Well, I mean, it's an external nervous system. I would imagine you just hit the ship and he's paralyzed.
Not necessarily.
So I just look
He has
for a
two
ship.
brains. He has two brains. Sorry, actually, no, more than two brains. He has multiple brains.
Well, every man has two brains. There's one up top and one down below. You know what I'm saying, Kevin?
Are you serious? Are you serious?
One's for thinking and one's for fun.
Whoa, gentlemen, this is PG-13.
We didn't say anything.
What about the 9-year-olds who are listening to this right now?
Well,
You're the one giving out the information.
yeah, I mean,
experience.
you should probably keep listening. I don't know. Just stop.
What would you say to the mothers who would be upset listening to such language?
You want to have fun?
Whoa!
Are you single?
You're a sick man. What about you, Big Sal? You have an unknown character.
Yeah, let's hear one of your
You know-
unknowns.
So I was actually here and I picked up OMAC.
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 Mr. Kirby.
Yeah. When I was reading it, I swear it's like Guardians of the Galaxy, Sin City mashed together.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's very interesting. I like the story. I like the way that the comic was drawn. I still haven't finished it. I just started book 3. There's 4 of them, but it kind of reminds me of like what's that lady that fell in love with Professor X? That her
Taggart? Mora?
yeah. So remember how she gets followed by Gladiator
Yeah.
that protects her? That guy reminds me of Gladiator,
Wait,
but
was
like
it Mora or was it
cyberpunk.
Landra? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Lalandra.
Uh-huh.
Just she our empire. She our
You know,
empress.
the one that wanted the cripples,
Yeah. Yeah.
Hebrew hammer.
I see.
Yeah. But yeah, OMAC, if you don't know about it, I recommend you guys checking them out. It's actually a very good story. If you like dark, cyberpunk, Sin City kind of style, that's it right there.
Neat. I didn't know that. I haven't read it.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with the character.
And what about you, Mr. Evan? An unknown character.
Man. Well, I was surprised with this podcast, so I didn't have a long time to think about it.
It's true. It's true. He showed up. Sometimes we just pull people in
It was improv.
off the street. He was asking for change. He had a sign. And we said, sir, if you come in, we will give you a sandwich.
Well, hold on a second. You promised him $50.
He didn't know it was going to be a cock meat sandwich.
You promised him $50. Now, come on, again.
But
Come
it's a
on.
sandwich, not a-
Come on.
Hope you like
PG-13. PG-13.
We're 12 years old.
Hey,
We're 12
hey,
years
don't
old.
forget, you're gonna get a silver coin, bro.
Yeah, he's giving you a silver coin.
Yeah.
You can use
That's
that
a Statue of Liberty on
More.
it, guy.
Moon.
for more things. More, more food.
So, Justice Machine.
Justice Machine.
Oh, shit. That's a good one.
Mike Gustovich. I've discovered the Justice Machine in one of the back rooms.
Oh,
at
here we go.
Heroes,
They gave you
long
justice,
ago.
son.
And it's one of those things where I found the whole run of the miniseries just sitting there for 50 cents a piece. So I picked
That's a
it
good
up,
deal.
read it,
50 cents.
and I really, really enjoyed it. And it prompted me to go back and find the rest of the series, which I did. I found most of it there. I hunted down a couple of stray issues, and it's pretty good.
Mhm.
But it's neat.
Personally, I prefer the Elemental sex specials, but, Justice Machine's just as
Bingo.
good.
Those are great. And the
Yeah.
Elementals have a really good tie-in with the Justice Machine.
Look at a green lady humping a dolphin on the cover. You can't go wrong.
Sheesh.
And Fathom's a great
I'd read
character.
that.
Yeah.
The children can't be
He
listening to
originate
this.
in that run at Comic-Con?
And Elementals?
Fathom.
Yeah.
I'd buy that for $1.
I don't know if that.
Is that her first appearance? I don't know.
Think
I'm
of the
not sure.
children. Think of the children.
We should. We should think of the children. Speaking of children, what about you, Showtime?
Drawing a blank. I'm gonna say 3D Man.
3D.
Oh, there you go. 3D
There you
man.
go.
He got hit with the radiation of a scroll, and he can only use it for 3 hours at a time. And he goes into a coma.
Okay.
That's 3D Man.
Oh man, isn't that a Marvel premiere issue or something?
Yeah, 35.
Yeah, there we go.
Marvel there for 35. And
Yeah, I own that.
basically, it says the 3-man effective because his existence puts Hal, which is who he is, into a coma, and 3-man can only operate for 3 hours at a time.
Or else he remains permanently in a coma. That's what it sounds
It's
like.
kind of like a shitty Hour Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Hour Man, it was weird because when Hour Man first came out in the Golden Age, it was for an hour he would have like super strength,
Mm-hmm.
right? But then as it progressed along, Hour Man could then like travel through time or like stop time. And that was with the Android version of
Hour
Hour
and a half, man.
Yeah.
By the way, did he have like a sidekick called Minuteman?
No, I don't think, but yeah, I think he had a sidekick, but I
That's
don't
what they
think it
call
was
Sal
Minuteman.
in bed.
Hey, I get mines. They better get theirs.
Hold on a second, Sal. You told me you were a man of the cloth and that you're waiting until
I hate
marriage.
to interject,
Oh,
but first
I don't know who told
appearance
you
of
that.
Fathom was
I don't
in
remember
the Witchblade Wizard special. I
Oh,
should have
that
known
Fathom.
because I
Okay.
own it.
Got it. That makes sense.
What's the guy?
Technically,
What's the character that's I want to say it's an Image character. He's white and he has the like lightning bolt on his chest and has the sword that
What?
is
Madman?
Madman. But
Okay.
isn't his sword also a hero in itself?
Oh, man, I've never read.
I've never
maybe
really
one
read
issue.
too many Mad Men's either.
It's a cool looking character though. Like
It
it's
is.
a cool looking character, and I remember because they did that new
He's a great looking character.
they did a new show, the new book not too long.
The
Donny Cates
Superman or
did
something?
where it was a girl
Crossover. Crossover, right?
crossover
Yeah.
where basically all the superheroes came down and they had to kill most of the superheroes, but the sword that Madman carries was what they could use to end whatever was going on.
Got it.
The sword itself.
That's a cool concept. Another really cool one that I like just for we should talk about costumes at some point. Because
Absolutely.
another one that I really liked was Nexus the Liberator.
Mm.
Or just Nexus. I
Nexus
love
had great covers.
great
original
covers,
run.
fire covers, yeah, and especially at Dark Horse. They did a really good job with that. So I really like Nexus just because he kind of looked like a weird
Did Alex
Cyclops.
Ross do those? Some of them.
I think so.
It was
Maybe.
Ross-esque. If
It was a character that, I mean, everyone knows this character, but yet he wasn't like huge character, but he's now starting to get more notoriety as Spider-Punk.
Yeah, that's true.
It's starting to become big. Like they're really,
Oh,
people are
yeah.
really starting to focus in the Spider-Punk.
Well, yeah,
And-
that's because the
And
movie.
I don't
Yeah.
want to spoil it for everybody, but how the guy who was the Prowler becomes Spider-Punk.
Oh, that spoils everything
Spoiled.
for everybody.
Thanks.
Yeah,
You were gonna go anyway, you cheat.
You're the man.
yeah.
Now I can't-
Now we
You were
can't
gonna
air
go either,
this
Big Sal.
for another 3 or 4 weeks.
How do you know?
Okay,
I know.
so one that I was kind of really, it was the costume that drew me in, but the cover too was the Heckler. Now it was a Keith Giffen run that he did. I think it was only like 11 or 12 issues or something that he did.
Is it Giffen or Giffen?
I don't know.
Gavin.
I always said Giffen. I guess it could be Giffen. I don't know. But basically, Stu Mosley was he was a co-owner of Eats. It was a Skid Row diner in the ghetto section. Of course, a Skid Row diner would be in the ghetto section. That's redundant. Of Delta City. He fights the injustices and slightly goofy criminal element as the Heckler, armed only with his sarcastic wit and brightly colored costume. Here's the best part about this character, all right? So Stu was super awkward, like in real life, but when he puts on the costume, he becomes more confident and silly and relaxed and stuff. Things don't bother him as much. He's very smart-mouthed. And he also has had a lengthy rap career as the rapper named Piss Trigger.
Are you serious?
No joke. Piss Trigger is the rapper name.
What?
Piss Trigger. Piss Trigger.
Why?
I don't know. Piss Trigger. I'll just keep saying it. It's the dumbest thing ever. But
Piss
the
right
character,
at
he had like, it's like a brightly yellow, a bright yellow costume. Most of his face is just his mouth. He's got these really small white, eyes. And then he's got like this brown over kind of a coloring over top, like sleeves almost, with just ha 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 written all over it. And that's it.
Brilliant.
That's the Heckler.
You know what's an excuse?
Never seen him again after that.
What's an obscure character, but yet gaining some traction?
Who?
Polka Dot Man.
Very true.
The spot.
Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man
from
from-
DC.
From from Suicide Squad.
Like
Yeah.
when you saw him, you're like, his fucking thing's stupid. Like
Right.
that's dumb. Like he throws up fucking polka dots. But then in the last movie, he was pretty fucking good.
Right.
And the guy who plays him does a pretty fucking. I think he's what really
He
makes.
is the best actor
yeah.
for that role. Yeah,
Like-
Yeah.
for sure.
Like,
Boy, that was good. That was a great
was
movie.
Yeah.
And way to take and Gunn has a very good knack for this, taking very obscure characters and making them relevant and important. And like in just that one movie,
And
he made
funny.
us care enough for that character that at the end, when things were not going well for him, we were all concerned, legitimately concerned. That's good storytelling, and that's the mark of a good character that just hasn't been explored well.
He made us care about a raccoon and a tree.
That's true. Yeah. Oh man, that Guardians 3, boy, that tugged at your heartstrings, man.
No, spoil it, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you hypocrite! Hypocrite alert! Hypocrite alert!
Yeah. It's like a Tracy alert, but for hypocrite. What about you, Kevin? You got somebody else
He did
there?
already. He gave us his fucking.
Yeah, well, that doesn't count. Let's give him one more try.
How about this? I just discovered this one. Skate Man.
Oh yeah, that's Neil Adams.
Yeah, Pacific Comics. But it's just the origin of the fella just sounds really funny to me. Story of a Billy Moon, aimless Vietnam veteran who becomes a roller derby star, but when he hits his friend Jack during a match, a wheel breaks and Jack snaps his neck and loses his life. Despondent, Moon becomes a traveling vagrant, but he learns what happened to Jack was no accident. It was a setup by a biker gang that also targeted his girlfriend Angel. Moon ties a colorful scarf on his head as a disguise and dons a pair of skates to take sweet revenge on the bikers who targeted his loved ones. That sounds really
That sounds
silly.
like a short film you need to make.
I thought for sure
Yeah.
you were going to say Blank Man.
No. Well,
It's not racist.
Well, that was a movie.
that's true. It was. It
Remember
was.
when they did Handyman?
That's true. That's true.
Or Meteor Man.
Fire Marshal Bill
Meteor Man.
The Will Smith played. What's it?
Hancock.
Hancock.
Hancock. Yeah.
This is for the children.
Yeah.
For the children. Can't say cock.
Yes.
Well, look, a cock is a chicken.
It's Nightman.
A cock's a chicken. A cock crows
That was-
in the morning.
That was a rare
and he
thing.
chokes it at least once a week.
The amount of hubris, the amount of
You people, man.
of
You people.
like bravery, the creators.
You people are
Yeah.
going too far.
Yeah,
You people in your comments.
Oh,
We have
okay.
a budget. We have to
I played the fifth.
right. Speaking of Nightman, by the way, if you guys haven't
First
checked
Amendment.
out our podcast interview where
Backed
we
by a Second
interviewed
Amendment.
the creators of Malibu Comics, highly recommend it. You can find that on
Third
our
Amendment.
Rumble Spoon Productions page.
But not the
Kevin
fourth.
can tell you more about it right now.
Which one?
You see, he wasn't listening. He's talking through the whole goddamn thing.
Tell us about her.
I'm trying to plug an ad for another episode, and you're over here yammering on.
He was asking me a question.
Kevin, I want you to tell me what's coming up on Monday, Kevin.
The Monday live stream.
Now, we won't know because
right.
we don't know when this is going to air.
Oh,
because
good
it's-
point. Good
It's
point.
spoiler galore
Good point.
in
good
this
point.
episode. Now I have to hold on to it.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Or else everybody will get mad at
What
us.
should everyone do, Kevin?
They should subscribe.
And
They should also leave a like. And they should tell their friends and family and even enemies. And also leave a comment.
You can also leave a comment.
Tell friends, family, and enemies.
Yes.
this episode is sponsored by
Splattered Frog Brewing, based in that great Lone Star state of Texas.
and
Also by Half's Hot Sauce.
how
Yeah,
hot
you
is the sauce?
How hot? It's so hot it might burn your tongue off if you put too much in your mouth.
Might burn your asshole.
And if they
Oh.
wanted to find us, where would they find us?
They'll find us on various YouTube. They'll find us on Spotify, Apple, Google, Stitcher, Spreaker.
If they can't find us,
Then you reach out to us and we'll find a way to put it on any channel,
My God.
any app,
Real quick, just here's another
platform.
list of
our
really
platform of your choice.
obscure characters. We've got the Mighty Samson. That was a character.
I've heard of the Mighty Quinn.
The Human Flying Fish. Captain
Human
Interrupter, which I believe Kevin's playing
What
tonight.
about the bad guy?
Gore the Man Ape. The Piranha.
Mm-hmm.
Black Cat.
Black Cat.
The original Black Cat, not the Felicia Hardy Black Cat.
Mhm.
The Crimson Raider. Whatever the hell that is. The Jaguar. Okay, has anybody ever seen the Jaguar's costume?
No.
It is ridiculous. He's
Oh,
just
yeah.
got the little leopard print,
Now,
like
there's
Jaguar
also-
print around it.
there's also
Timely
Dracula from Dell Comics, not the Tomb of Dracula, but the Dracula.
And Dracula, he's more like a James Bond kind of
Yeah,
character
yeah,
too.
Demon and Angel from Timely Comics.
Yeah,
Uh, Mr. and Mrs. Bullet.
Mr. and Mrs. Bullet. Yeah, and then later the Bulleteers
Mhm.
or something like that. Adam Jaw,
Mrs.
Lockjaw, I think was another one. Before the dog, I think there was another Lockjaw or Iron Jaw, maybe.
Animal, vegetable, mineral man.
Oh yeah, well he's actually become more popular because of the Doom Patrol.
How about Senor Attaché Case?
That's a good one.
We've seen
Coming to
him.
your town Tuesday.
That's a good one.
This is when,
Although
when
you
Oscar
don't
shows
care
up,
anymore.
right?
Yeah, when he shows
Hey,
up.
Yeah.
You don't care. You don't comment. You don't care anymore. So did you give up your superhero-ness?
Apparently,
You've retired.
yes.
How about the Spirit or Zora the Caveman? Perhaps the Werewolf, enemy of lightning. Yes, there was a character named Lightning.
Splinter, but not the Splinter we're thinking of.
Right. Enemy of Granny Gumshoe.
Hmm.
That's another one. Seaweed Queen.
Wow.
Kinks Mason.
Mm-mm.
I mean, these names are crazy. The Boogeyman. Satanus. Again, the Spirit. Satan was a character.
The-
Yankee Boy.
And the Reefer King.
Reefer King.
Oh shit! I need to
Mr.
read that one.
Skeleton, which sounds cool as hell. Enemy of Minuteman, the one-man army. Minuteman,
like that.
that could be your name.
He can only fight you. He only fight you a minute at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Knight, that sounds like a cool one. Enemy of Mary Marvel. Enemy of Buzz Crandall is who?
Was this Lepus the Fiend?
Yeah, Lepus the Fiend. King Killer,
Lepus.
Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam was a character that would get his powers by the like the American spirit.
Oh, I thought it was through
So
Texas.
That'd be something.
through patriotism, whiskey, and bad decisions.
Give me your tax money, I get stronger.
Yeah, he gets stronger through taxes.
Give me your
Well,
tax money, I'm gonna fuck you.
I think that's going to do us in here based on wow, that's a way to
And
go out.
forgive us for this not being a PG-13 podcast.
Yes, but
We'll
thank
edit
you
it.
so much for
Brat
listening.
Pack. Yeah.
Find us on all of our platform our podcast platforms, Spreaker, Spotify,
already said
Apple
everything.
Podcasts, all that stuff. And if we don't see you out and about anytime soon, perhaps we'll see you
At the bizarre, weird, and always fascinating comic book shop.
Bring your attaché case.
This has been The Real Short Box. We'll see you at the comic shop. Thanks for listening.